This is the PC Panel Volume Mixer, specifically the PC Panel Mini, and I think it's a must-have for all SimRacing setups. This video will be both a review and quick tutorial on how it works and customizing the controls using PC Panel's software. The PC Panel allows you to control output levels of individual applications or devices on your computer. You can adjust them at any time, even while in a full screen game. Each knob serves as both a volume controller and button you can assign to a number of different functions. It has built-in RGB lighting that can be customized to your liking or turned completely off. The PC Panel connects directly to your computer with the included USB cable and doesn't require any batteries. The PC Panel Mini retails for $69.99 US. After receiving your unit, you're able to download the free setup software from PC Panel's website. Now let's switch to my tutorial and I'll go more in depth into the software and the customization of the controls, and then I'll give my overall thoughts on this device. Okay, so once you've installed the PC Panel software, this is the main screen here. Now you have a couple of different options here. You have lighting settings. You can have different profile settings, so you can have more than one profile to have different settings for all the knobs, and then another profile with completely different settings or lighting. I just use one profile and I'll show you how I have mine set up. But let's just go into lighting. So you can customize the color either by doing the full body, so that will keep the color of all the knobs consistent. You have the option to do rainbows, you can do a pattern, a wave pattern, all different kind of settings here. And you can also change it on a per knob basis. So let's say if I want 1 to be green, 2 to be blue, 3 to be red. You can pretty much do anything you want. Now there's another cool feature in here. So this is called volume gradient. So we're using, let's go to knob 1. So when the volume is 100, I want it red. When it's 0, I want it blue. So as I change this, you'll see it goes to red. So it's kind of nice if you just want to quickly see where your volume is set at based on color. Let's just turn this back to all red. Now if you do want to turn off all the lights, just hit this button here and you can shut off all the lights if you don't want any lights whatsoever. And then you just turn it back on like that. Okay, let's go into the actual volume control knob settings. So we're going to use volume 1. Now you have a couple different options here. So the first tab is for the actual button. So that's the button pressing down on this, what you want that to do. So in this case, what I've done for my first knob is have this change the volume source. So I commonly am switching between using my speaker system or my headphones. So if I want to quickly change that, I just toggle using that switch or that button. Now, if let's say you wanted that button to mute the device, you can have it mute your default audio device, or you can have it mute a specific device. So if you wanted to just mute your headphones, you can do that. You can have it change the profile. So if you want to quickly change your profile, you would set what you want that button to switch the profile to. Now you can even do this on a per app basis. So let's say, for example, you listen to music in Spotify in the background and you want to just be able to mute that quickly. You can toggle that here. You can have it select a specific device. So instead of a toggle, if you hit that, it's going to automatically switch to that device. You can even have it end a program or close a program. You can set it to music control, change the track, play and pause. You can even have it open up a file. So if you want to have this launch a game or application, you just indicate, the file where that file is, and that will do that. You can even have this do a keystroke. So this is really cool for, especially sim racing. If you want to have this map to something to control in a game or in a car or in iRacing, you can pretty much have it match any keystroke you want. So anyways, I like to have this to toggle back and forth between devices because I'm doing that often. So let's go into the next tab, which is dial. So this is what the actual knob is controlling when you're dialing that in. So in this case, I have it basically controlling my system volume. So whatever device it's set at, whether it's my headphones or my speaker, when I toggle it to the default device, this will adjust the volume up and down. Now focus volume, this is kind of cool. So whatever application is full screen or in focus, it will control that volume. So what I've actually done for my second knob is whatever game I'm playing, that will control that volume. The reason I did that is that because this knob here controls crew chief. So if I want to have the in-game volume a little bit lower because I can't hear crew chief even when crew chief is at 100%, this will turn down your, the car noises, the sound effects in the game. You can also set this on an app volume. So if you wanted to just control volume for a specific app, so in this case, my fourth knob controls my crew chief volume. So that can change the volume of my spotter. So if I want to lower or raise that, I can do that directly through here. Cool ideas if you want to use it for Spotify. So if you're listening to music, you want to turn down the music up and down while you're racing, kind of like a radio in a car, you can do that. So you can set it to any app that you want. So I like to, my first knob is my system volume. Yeah, and then settings just kind of trims what your min and max. So if you never want to go to 100%, let's say you want your max volume to only be 80 so that you don't max out your speakers, you can do that. Or if your min is always 10, for example. So really simple there. So yeah, and then, basically you can do this on a per knob basis, right? So you would just click on 2, 3, 4, and you can have different settings for all of those knobs. So it's really simple to set up. There's a ton of customization options. Basically how I have mine set up is this is my system volume, this is my app volume or game volume. 3 is cool because I've set this to control the butt kicker. So if you want to lower or raise the intensity if you have haptics, it's really easy because what you would do is set that to control a specific device, and you would just select where your haptics are here. And then the fourth one I use to control crew chief, right? So, and if I press on this button, it actually just mutes crew chief altogether. So this is extremely useful, especially if you're in iRacing and you want to control different things on the fly, easily control volume, from your seat. I have this mounted right onto my shifter, onto my Fanatec shifter. It's just basically sitting on some L brackets that then are using the bolts that kind of slide into the shifter unit. But you can get creative. Unfortunately I wish it had the ability or holes here to mount to an aluminum rig, but you'd have to maybe find something to mount it, or use your best friend double-sided tape. Whatever you can find basically should work. But yeah, that's just a quick overview guys of what the PC panel does. Like I said, this is a must-have. It just makes things extremely simple. It solves a problem in the most simplest way, I think. The cost is pretty reasonable in my opinion, so yeah, it's worth checking out.
Thanks for watching. I hope you found this review and tutorial useful of the PC Panel Mini. And if you did, please hit that like button as it really helps my channel. And if you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. Until the next one, stay safe and happy racing.